February 18th, 2018. Call of Cthulhu. Down Darker Trails. I guess we're going to start with names and characters. Collin, who are you playing?
Playing Wilder. He's a
Wilder.
mountain man from the Colorado area.
What's he look like?
He's kind of a slightly portly, bearded man. Looks a lot larger than he really is. It's probably from all like the furs and pelts kind of got draped on him. Kind of rough looking.
What color hair? Dark or light or red?
It's a kind of a darker brown, but it's graying.
Okay, that's right. How old is he?
He's 45.
He's seen some things. Okay. What else would any of your friends, any of these characters, do you three already know each other?
Yes.
Okay.
No, I just know Jacali.
I know Wilder and the unnamed doctor.
Okay.
That is in the works.
So the three of you don't know each other, but you know, certain of you know each other.
We know each other because she helps Native American tribes when they're injured. She's a medicine person. I know Wilder because we travel on the camp. We share a profession. I'm sure we met each other before. We must have become friends somehow.
Okay, but you're just friends. No.
So zigzag this.
No.
Just checking. Alright, so anything else about Wilder you want to tell us, Collin? That people would know.
Most people think he's pretty odd because he just kind of mumbles to himself sometimes and just kind of makes like weird jokes that aren't really funny.
And people that do know you know that you always carry a flask and that you're often sipping from it. Yeah. Okay, Ashton, who we got? Do you have a name? Should I skip you and go to Ben first?
No.
Alright.
Her name is Eva Weisswald.
Spell the Weisswald part.
Weisswald.
Okay, good.
And it's Eva Eva.
I spelled that one wrong.
And her nickname is White Wind.
Okay. She travels all around. What's she look like, just in general?
So she has long white hair, and it's like kind of always tied in a braid.
She has white hair?
Mm-hmm.
Is it naturally white, or is it?
No, naturally.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It's a genetic thing.
Braided. How old is she?
44.
She's 44, okay. And what do the others, what do you want the other people to know about you? Do they know much about your past at all?
They know I used to have a family.
Okay.
I probably...
So I haven't said anyone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of like those pictures.
And where does she live? She lives in, where did you say, Montana?
Cheyenne. It's in...
Wyoming territory.
Wyoming, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, and I forgot, I'm also sometimes her translator between tribes.
Right.
Yeah.
What's your character's name again?
I'm Jacali.
Spell that in for me.
Jacali.
You're Native American.
Mm-hmm.
How old?
I'm 32.
Oh, wow. Older than I thought. Tell us about her. Describe her. What's she look like?
Well, I put down in her personal description, Jacali is rugged and experienced, with a wise gaze that occasionally betrays lonesomeness and remorse.
Oh, very nicely put. Okay. Dark hair.
Yes.
Is it long in that picture?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, she definitely keeps her hair long, and it's...
She braid it when she's like riding and stuff?
I think she does.
Okay.
I can't remember exactly what Apache said about how they usually keep their hair, about if it's usually just straight and unbraided, or if it's kept in some way.
Okay.
But I think...
I would assume it would at least be tucked under something so it didn't get in the way.
It's straight or tucked or braided simply, not ornately or anything like that.
And she carries a bow and arrow.
Yes.
Does she have any other like real visible weapons?
I almost gave her a handgun, but I think...
Not yet?
I don't think I'm going to do it yet.
She doesn't have to have it yet. She can pick one up any time. Does she have a knife?
Ooh, that's probably a good one. She probably needs it for surviving on her own.
Okay, yeah, write down knife. And you can use brawl for little knives too if you want to fight with it. I know you have a knife. And don't you? Oh, okay. What kind of gun do you carry?
44 Winchester 73.
So you have a rifle. Okay. And you don't carry any guns.
I got a bow and a knife.
You have a bow? Okay.
Bow bros.
Okay. How does she dress? Does she mostly dress in like rugged clothing? Does she wear pants?
Yeah.
Okay. So she is very progressive then. The suffragettes aren't really around even yet for the vote. But
riding a horse, no.
Yeah, that could be.
You ride
okay.
She's old enough. She doesn't care what people think.
People would know, not necessarily like your idealism.
I believe from what I've seen online, the traditional wear for Apache women would be a deer hide dress, but she probably does not wear a dress because she's riding and out in the world. So she probably has some kind of deer hide
So just like a male Indian from the waist down. With
probably. Something like that. I mean, whatever she can get around it. Stuff. Yeah,
you're probably at this. It's February, and even in Nevada, in northern Nevada, I believe it's going to be pretty chilly. So you probably also got something to...
Some kind of cool thing.
Yeah, something. Yorie. Who we got here?
We got Brandon Stalloid.
Stalloid. What's he look like?
Stalloid.
How old is he? That's the easiest place to start.
27.
So, the youngster in the group. What's he look like, just in general?
Kind of tall and lanky. We had written down Adonis before.
Yeah, he's super good looking. Isn't his appearance like a freaking 75? Yeah, he's very good looking.
Also, West Virginia isn't on there, but it should be.
Square jaw, like parted black hair.
It was in the Union 1863.
Parted black hair. So. Does he have any facial hair?
No. He does have reading glasses, though. I don't know why. I like him.
What kind of clothes does this guy wear?
Huh?
He's in furs and whatever he can make. She is wearing like kind of rugged clothes, and she is a Native American. And what does he wear?
He's got like a
tie.
He's got like a black coat with like he's got one of those, I don't know what those kind of ties are called, with like the bow here. And
I know what you're talking about.
Things that come out. White collared shirt, black pants.
Okay.
He's got the look for his.
Hats. What kind of hat? The white people hat is a necessity. It's just a thing. You'll always wear.
He has a short top hat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because he is traveling. He's trying to be a salesman.
Okay. I'm assuming you have like a fur cap of some kind, right?
I have the bear belt.
It's W.
I have the bear belt.
Okay. Ashton, what kind of hat? You want a Stetson or something? A regular, normal hat that will protect your head from the weather? Yeah. So you're totally like not fancy. You're just common sense work. I like it.
She's old. She don't care what people think.
I figure
she's not that old. People can still live to be 100.
So we can zigzag the connections. Since I am a travel San Francisco.
That's right. But you like to travel around the West.
I'm traveling around the West, selling pharmaceuticals and like trying to help out where I can.
Right.
I also have the engineering for like
you have
setting
a
up wells and stuff.
We have a very strong medical group here.
That maybe he's more of a pharmacist than.
I don't have any medicine, and I have base first aid.
But he knows all about chemicals and crap, so he's like, eat this and you'll be better.
He's my supplier then.
You guys could know each other. He travels. He never has his feet on the ground, it doesn't feel like. And he says he's from San Francisco, but you never heard him talk about it. Change any of this if you want. I mean, like, do you talk like you live in San Francisco? Or is that just what you kind of claim? Okay. So he's never mentioned it.
I probably give him, like, herbs and stuff that I collect from mountains.
Do you have Natural World? Or yeah. So he could be like, keep on the lookout for this.
Yeah.
And then you guys can, and you're both like people helpers. So, okay. How am I going to get this eclectic group together? I know I'm getting Ben involved.
What's your name?
Oh yeah, you wanted me to remind you about this.
I wanted to remind you about something.
Yeah.
What? Okay, your arrows.
Yeah,
just like white, fletching on them, like whatever kind of bird you put.
I guess so.
Okay.
Some deodorant.
Before the Apache were moved, a few years ago, not too terribly long, your shaman had some kind of a vision, and said to you, your shaman's a woman, right?
I made it a man.
It's a man. Kutli said that something important was coming, and that you should have something. And he gave you an arrow that has black fletching. It looks like it's made of crow feathers. And he told you it was magic, and only to save it for the most dire of emergencies. Now, in this case, and it actually has it's got like a stone head. Looks very sharp. It's some kind of a greenish stone, almost like a soapstone or something. You don't know. But he said to save it for direst emergency. So you've got that. I don't know if your character believes in magic. That depends on you.
She probably does not, because one of the things I put down for
disillusioned,
right?
Yeah,
disillusioned, realistic, believe in concrete, real world things.
Okay.
And my star thing is family is worth dying for.
Oh, okay. Well, since they're all dead now already. Anyway, your new family. Yeah. So he told you that this was magic, blah, 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 to save it for the direst emergencies. And that was a year ago. That was before your love went away, before your parents were killed, all this other shit. So it kind of came out of nowhere for you, probably, at the time. I don't know if you were already a defender of the tribe or anything like that at the time. But he's like...
If she believed in magic back then, she doesn't now.
Okay, so maybe that, destroyed all of that.
Maybe back then she was like...
Does she still have it? She still have it, though? In her,
yeah, I mean, it's basically memories of home at this point.
Okay, so that's what I want to deal with you. Was your guy a bounty hunter of sorts?
No, he just kind of travels around, scouts for people that need...
He scouts, that works too.
Scouts, tracks for people, does basic first aid to people who need it.
I have a massive 2-page adventure for you guys. And it's a prologue adventure, so some of it's going to feel like the beginning of a video game, where you're mostly kind of caught up in the story and don't have a lot of choice. But here's how we're going to go. John Valentine and his gang have been caught. John Valentine is a pretty nasty criminal who has been terrorizing the West since the war. He was part of Quattro's raiders from the South who came in, and after the war they just kept like burning down towns and stuff like that. He's been captured. Him and most of his lieutenants. They're in custody. There was a group of lawmen and bounty hunters who went out and just tracked him out, like 20 men, tracked him down. They caught him. He's now in custody, and they're being transported back to San Francisco for trial. On a train that's the number 4 from Nevada back down the line. It'll take several days to get there. You were scouting out for these lawmen. They hired you to scout out, and you actually helped them find these guys. And so you're on board the train. You are being brought along. We're asked to come on the train ride to San Francisco, and you'll be paid for a ride back to your native Wyoming, in order to ensure that the prisoners all survive. I'm gonna get to you.
Hey, I'm just visiting my parents.
What, you're visiting your parents?
They live in San Francisco.
You are out on the road. We're going to start with these two, and I will get you guys involved very quickly.
All right. Does that mean I have time to get a snack?
Yes. You can get a snack.
I'm looking for it.
So, you actually having to actually deal with these people. There's John Valentine. Ashton, do you have any points in psychology?
Yes.
Yeah, you can go ahead and make me psychology. Do you want to talk to John Valentine at all? Or do you want to keep your distance? Because there's about a dozen men that are in this front train car. So give me a psychology check after kind of talking to him for a short time. Trains, Yorie.
I love trains.
Did you make it?
Okay.
Sure. You think he is a sociopath. He is...
someone I don't want to deal with.
You don't. He's a little scary. He talks to you a little bit, and he tells you, or you learn just a little bit from him when you come to examine, because they want you to check all the men, make sure that they're going to survive the trip. You know, nobody's got pox or influenza or anything like that. And these guys are chained down. They're manacled, and they're chained to their seats. I mean, this is how much these people do not want to lose them.
Hey, do y'all want popcorn or combos?
Popcorn. Yeah.
How long do I put it in for?
There's a popcorn button.
Yeah.
And that generally tends to work pretty well.
Fancy new train.
I usually pull it out as soon as I can.
We didn't have this train last
So it doesn't
time.
get burned.
Yeah, this is, Here's the prison train. That's the express car in the front of the train. And what it is it's like a sealed up car. There's a lot of guards in there. Here is y'all's car. So we can take the lid off of that one.
The first instruction on this bag is do not use popcorn button.
We don't follow instructions. It's the Old West.
Standard.
Okay. Behind this are 2 more cars. 2 box cars. They've got the horses for the bounty hunters.
Okay.
You don't have your horse with you, I guess what I'm going to say. Do you have a horse, Collin?
Yeah.
You don't have your horse with you either. You were provided a horse to help with the scout. It's just going to be simpler in the long run. And so you guys... Oh, wait. There's some minis in there. You guys want to pick out minis. There aren't any women, except for one that is like a dance hall girl. So, we're going to pull out these minis for you, Ashton. These are the regular Call of Cthulhu minis.
I think I found...
These are men.
I think this one will be good for you, Yorie.
There we go.
You got like a little...
Not Evelyn.
Yeah, here's the women. So you can use a 20s one. Shoot. I have a painted Native American mini, but it's not here. It's at the house. I meant to bring it.
Oh, is that a stick?
Oh.
Wait, who's this for?
Yeah, that's a dance hall girl.
Yeah. This is about as close to my guys as I get.
Arriba! So you're in one of these seats here.
Oh, is that a cane?
Yeah.
There's one guy that looks... Is there a freaking... There's actually a snake oil salesman mini on the way too, Yorie, because I found a mini of a medicine wagon and I was like, oh, I have to buy it. There's a top hat, but he's got a shotgun.
Yeah. I just thought that looked more like a...
Oh wait, shotgun, I have shotgun.
Yeah, it's a barber. Okay. It looks like a barber or somebody with a shotgun.
Yeah.
Okay, so... you're on your way.
Half of these have guns, so...
I am.
I'll be
So this car...
I know that one.
You can be anywhere in the car you want. This car is also full of a ton of bounty hunters and lawmen. You've got federal marshals, you've got town marshals, you've got county sheriffs, and you've got a bunch of hired guns, basically. Let the woman know, Julie, who knows what she's doing. So yeah,
You have
in this car is John Valentine, and like I said, another about 7 or 8 men, along with 2 of the bounty hunters who are armed with rifles, keeping guard over them. You've seen them in their car. The windows have been boarded up and barred. Bars have been actually put on these windows. They're really not wanting these guys to escape. And then there are more federal men and bounty hunters in the express car up by the tender. There are a few army troops have also been pulled onto the train. This guy's been running roughshod over the West for 10 years, and they want him to get to San Francisco and have a trial and be put in jail, period.
All right, I'm the aviator.
There you go. So, locomotive, tender, express car, 2 passenger cars, 2 baggage cars, and a caboose. It's not long after passing through the town of Golconda, Nebraska. You're passing through a flat desert. To your left, there are hills rising up, and anything you guys want to do specifically, or you just enjoying the ride on the train. It's very cold out.
Are any of them hurt?
Some of them were hurt, but they've already been bandaged up because they were captured a few days ago. Your main thing is to make sure they survive getting there. If any of them get sick, or if any of them get hurt on the way. And they, like I said, they're chained to their seats. These guys aren't taking any chances. So yeah, you've probably been up there and you've talked to him, and you've also talked to a Charles Allen who has been like flirting with you and talking about how pretty you are, and not just this kind of crap. Asking if there's any other ladies on the train, that kind of shit. He's got a beard, but he's kind of good looking, but he comes across as kind of slimy and smarmy. That's not a word. Smarmy. That's the word I was trying to do. So he has been, pleasant to you, but in a creepy way. Yeah. You're heading down the track, and you suddenly hear, there is suddenly a short blast and a long one. And everything flies to the front of the car as it feels like the train is trying to reverse course. Moments after this happens, after you guys sway forward, there is the sound of a crash. There is the sound of steam. There are screams. There's an explosion from up ahead. Impact flings you guys around, crashes you in the car. You're both slam into stuff and are pretty much incapacitated as far as you're not hurt. No hit points, but you are badly banged up to the point where you're practically knocked unconscious. You see some of the lawmen, glass is flying. Some of the lawmen go flying. You hear people's necks breaking. It is a terrible crack up. Just to give you an idea of what has happened. It looks something like this. You guys hit something. You hear screaming horses from the boxcars behind you. Let's see. There's the sound of a steam whistle that's very loud, and then abruptly ends. You're flung from your seats, barely conscious. Through the haze of consciousness, you see men start to walk through the car. They're wearing dark clothes. One in particular is all in black. They start, the few men in the car, the few bounty hunters who are actually not so incapacitated that they can't move or trying to get up and draw guns. These guys are gunning them down. You guys spot one man go up to somebody who's just laying on the ground and do like this, and the man all in black goes, "Don't waste your bullets on the injured. Just leave them be. They're no threat to us." And then they head forward and they leave your car heading into the prisoner car. As you try to keep conscious, you're not sure how much time passes because you're kind of falling in and out of consciousness. You see the guy in black returns. He's escorted by John Valentine. He's escorted by Charles Allen. John Valentine kind of smiles, looks around. He goes, "Those who deny freedom to others deserve it not for themselves." He just finds himself the sweet air of freedom once again. He just takes a big breath. Some of the other men coming behind him, he recognizes the other criminals. They're picking guns off of some of the people that have fallen. The man in black says, "We're only a few miles from town. We gotta move quick. He who waits will have his due. He won't wait forever to collect." And Valentine says, "You're correct, Pete. Let's go." Charles Allen comes over to you, lying on the ground, and starts to kind of be like, and then you hear Valentine say, "Charles, there's no time for that. You can rape somebody later." And gives you kind of a look and a wink, and then he's off. And they're gone. So we're going to jump to outside. Yorie, the train's past you as you leave the town, and then kind of disappeared. This is desert, it's pretty flat here, but it kind of disappeared into the haze, and then you heard an explosion and like a crash from probably a mile or two away.
Alright, start heading on over there.
Okay. Your mules, you're trying to get them to go faster? Oh, you got horses? I'm sorry.
Yeah, Tulip and Butter.
Okay, you trying to get them to go faster? They're already pretty winded. It's towards the end of the day.
I guess I would stay in my base.
Okay, so you're just kind of heading that direction.
Yeah.
I should have called you by your name, Stalloid. Jacali.
Yeah.
You were kind of following the tracks in your wandering.
Alright. I'm on horseback.
Yes, you can go on horseback.
Sure.
When you spotted up ahead a couple men up on one of the telegraph lines, cutting the wire. And they climb down, and then they make speed, heading the opposite direction from you.
Shit, I guess I follow them.
Alright, you can follow them easily. They're half a mile ahead, and you can see them, because it's so flat here. You can see smoke, and then you hear a crash from up ahead somewhere, maybe a mile or two away. The men are heading towards it. You can get within about a half a mile, and there's still some cover, and you might
They're
not be
running
seen.
on foot?
No, they're on horseback.
Okay.
And you see the crashed train. Oh, here you go. Something like that. It's a pretty bad crack up. It looks like there was a boulder or something on the tracks, as far as you can tell, that the train smashed into. A big one, like the size of a small house. But it's all busted into pieces.
That's not easy to get on there.
Good point. You can get within a half a mile. If you leave your horse behind, like in a gully, you could creep to within about a half a mile of this without being seen, without even having to make a roll if you want to. Okay. There are several men around the cars, armed. None of them wearing any kind of uniform or badges. They're looking out. You can hear gunshots coming from, it sounds like, from towards the back of the train. You guys hear gunshots coming from behind the train. It sounds like from the baggage cars. You also see a man, a native, standing on a little jutted up area not too far from the wreck, kind of watching it with his arms crossed. Now he's much closer than you. He's on the other side of the wreck.
Shit.
And you can do me a spot hidden. And you're seeing smoke, like a big plume of black smoke coming up from ahead of you somewhere. Your horses are not getting any speed, so it's going to be a while before you're actually there.
Oh, I missed it by 2.
You missed by 2? Okay, so don't worry about it. But you see this thing just watching. The other men are swarming all over the wreck. You see more men are coming out. Some of them are just wearing like long underwear and boots. But they have guns in their hands, no belts or anything, but other men are giving them some clothes.
Well, I know that's what, like, prisoners traveling?
Probably it is.
Okay.
Almost everybody's wearing, all of you wear long underwear all the time. It's just easier. And then you wash it once a week or once a month or whenever you can. Especially you. Probably Yorie as well. Lady undergarments, I don't even know, so I'm not. They're a little fancier. You might wear long underwear too. You're pretty down to earth. You probably don't. The It looks like there's a bunch of horses here too. And you see the men kind of swarm, get on the horses. They seem to take one last look around, and then they all take off towards the northwest, like as a group. There's at least 30 men on horseback.
All right.
And they're leading some other horses as well.
They're leaving them?
They're leading.
Oh, leading.
They're leading other horses.
What's the Native American man doing?
He pulls something out. I mean, another spot hidden. It's very small, though. This is going to be a hard spot hidden. It's very small to see.
I've made it normally.
Didn't make the hard spot hidden, though?
No.
Okay. You can't see it's small. It's white, and it fits in his hand, and he puts it to his mouth, and you hear like a whistle. Like a really loud whistle.
Yeah.
And then you see, it looks like some hawks, it's very high pitched.
Okay.
And then you see some hawks or something, but they're getting bigger. Those are not hawks. You don't know what the hell these things are. They're kind of a combination of, they're not altogether crows, nor moles, nor buzzards, nor ants, nor decomposed human beings, but something kind of like a combination of all of them. And you can make a sanity check.
Oh, sweet, getting this started early.
As you see them come right down out of the sky and land on one of the passenger cars.
I made it.
Maybe you lose 1 point of sanity. Those are not natural. You don't know what they are. You guys in the train car, I'll need a spot hidden from you. Yorie, I'll need a hard spot from you to even see these things, because you're still fairly far away. You're still over a mile away.
Yeah, I got a... No.
31 out of what?
I think it's out of 60, so I would have just failed.
Just failed. Okay, so you notice some birds up there flying down towards the car.
What's the bird doing?
You guys hear something land on the roof of your passenger car. Then you hear like footsteps with like a scratching noise to it. You know what I mean? And then something drops down off the end of the car and comes in. Do you want to look and see what's coming in the car? You're semi-conscious. Everything seems weird to you, so you can have the choice to just be like,
I'm playing
don't even
dead.
want to know.
I'm gonna keep playing
You're playing dead. Your eyes are closed. Your eyes are closed? Okay. Something goes by you. Whatever it is, it walks like a man, kind of, but there's also like a thumping, like maybe a man with crutches, and a scratching noise. You don't know what this is. And then you hear movement, and you hear somebody mumbling. Sounds like somebody else who's semi-conscious or mostly unconscious. Almost as if somebody's been picked up, and then they leave. Both the figures leave. Click, 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 click.
What do I see?
You
out
see
of the train?
the same thing, but they're carrying 2 men. Each of them has a man. They take to the air and they head to the southeast, the opposite direction from where all these men went on horseback. And then you see the native heading southeast as well. He watched the whole thing, and once they start flying away, he just starts walking that direction towards the mountains. Yeah, you're within half mile. It looks like all of the men have ridden away.
Basically, everybody's gone now, right?
It looks like
it's a train.
It's a train.
All right, well, I'm gonna go on the train. I'm gonna see what's up.
You're heading for the train. Yorie, you're getting closer. Come on, come on. They don't want to go faster. You guys are starting to regain consciousness now. Or you were pretty conscious, but cloud footsteps. There we go. Aftermath of the crash. Okay. So what do you want to do? You guys are still in a lot of pain, but you can do whatever you want. It was a terrible crash. You know you've got a concussion, but you can weather on if you want. What do you two want to do?
I'm just going to sit up at least, just kind of wait.
Okay. You look around. Give me a spot hidden, Collin. What about you? Are you still playing dead?
No, I'll look
Okay.
around.
Okay.
No.
Got it.
Ashton, there's a couple of men missing here in the car who you remember talking to, and you don't see them anywhere, unless they're like under this pile of bodies. A lot of people are dead. Some people are pretty badly hurt. Others have just been knocked out. Do you want to do anything about that? Because you're a doctor.
Can I start doing triage?
Mm-hmm. Yes, you can. Trying to figure out who needs it worse.
Yeah.
Some people got just smashed up. Others have broken arms or legs or are unconscious, but are probably as best they can be right now. A few are coming to just like you did, but they seem a little addled. You come up on the train and you can see that the locomotive is destroyed. There's a rock. It looks like there's rocks all around. Mm-hmm. Some of them are like almost pretty flat on one side, and there's paint on them.
What's the paint?
Give me.
Like around the back of the train.
No.
I'm coming
You were coming from the front.
Okay.
You're coming from the west, and you were coming from the east. Sorry, I should have specified that before. Because the mountains are on your right, and the mountains are on your left, Yorie. So, there's rocks, like right up here where the train is all, it looks like the steam engine exploded once it like hit something hard, but all over this place there's all these rocks that appear to, they're just everywhere, but there's paint on some of them.
What kind of paint? Is it all the same? Is there patterns?
It's a pattern. I'll give you an intelligence check if you're going to examine these for a couple minutes just to try to figure out what's going on here. Or you can leave it for later. It's still going to be there if you want to wait and go check out more pertinent things. Definitely the locomotive crew is dead.
Yeah.
You can see.
I mean, like if I just look around, I'll just take like 1 or 2 minutes on it.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead and make me an intelligence roll.
Idea. God damn it.
No. You're not sure immediately. You're going to have to study these or look at more.
I'll leave it behind. I'm going to get into the
There's coal all over the locomotive where like everything flew forward during the hit. The express car is locked up, but it's all smashed up too. So you can look in rents. There's dead men in there.
Is this the express car?
Yeah. The first one is the express car. What that is it's like a secured car. There's like a safe in it. It's crashed to one side. There's a dead conductor. That's where they do their business. It's got a locked door, and there's several dead men in there. They're obviously dead.
So I can see in it, but I'm not going in it.
You can if you want. There's like big rents in the side, because that thing was right up there when the whole thing just cracked up.
Alright, but there's nobody alive in there.
Yeah, these guys are definitely
I'll go into car 2.
Okay. Car 2 is cracked up. There are 2 dead men in it.
Okay.
Both of them at the front of the car, and it looks like they just got smashed up. Like, one guy's worse crushed than the other one. Probably they were not seated. There's a bunch of chains all over the floor. There's manacles all over the floor. You don't know what to make of that exactly.
But nobody else in there?
Nobody's in there. Except 2 corpses.
Two corpses. Yep. Alright.
You hear moaning coming from the next car. There are 2 baggage cars behind this and a caboose. It just won't fit on the table.
I'll check out this car.
There's people moving around in this car. You guys see, looks like a native walking up. You've left your horse about a quarter mile away, but you know where he is. He or she. Your horse can be a significant other, guys. If they're that important to you, you can put, or not a significant other, but a significant person in your life, you can put your horse.
Horses are there.
Oh, yeah, that's right. So, you 2 notice this, looks like a native woman, coming up on the, which side of the train did you want to be on anyway? You coming on this side or this side?
I was doing this side, but that's just because it was closer to me.
Yeah, that's fine. You could have come around this way. It's super flat here. You're busy, but you notice somebody's walking up to the train. And you're just sitting there, because you're kind of stunned by the whole series of events that just happened. What do you guys do? There you go. Ben, there's there's a woman. Oh, wait, you recognize her.
Oh! Alright, I'm getting in the train.
Birchwind. No, Whitewind. Whitewind is her nickname, that's right.
Alright, I'm coming in the train. If I can.
You can get in there. You can get in there. All the windows are broken. Glasses everywhere. And this guy sitting in the back, he looks like he's... How do you look, Collin? Just like that?
Sitting there.
Just sitting there. She's trying to help some of these people that are obviously hurt.
Alright, well, I guess I recognize both of y'all and say, Whitewind, you were on this train?
Yeah, there were prisoners in the other car, and I was supposed to take care of them or something. They all escaped, though.
Oh, that
Did I see